Margaret Chen stood at her kitchen window, watching the maple leaves dance across her empty driveway. The same driveway where, just 6 months ago, her son David had parked his Tesla for the last time. The morning light caught the silver of her hair as she traced her finger along the window's edge, remembering how she used to measure her children's heights on the nearby doorframe, marks that were now hidden beneath fresh paint. At 75, she hadn't expected silence to become her closest companion. The modest colonial in suburban Boston that had once echoed with children's laughter now creaked with only her footsteps. Her arthritis-curved fingers clutched a smartphone that hadn't rung in weeks, its screen displaying the last text message from her daughter Sarah. "Mom, we need space. Please respect that." Space. Such a gentle word for such a cruel reality. Margaret shuffled to her dining room table, where 3 untouched place settings had gathered dust since March. She'd kept them there, hoping. The morning paper lay folded beside her cold coffee, its headline blaring about record-high nursing home costs. She didn't need to read it. She lived that reality every day, watching her savings dwindle while her 3 children, all successful professionals, remained conspicuously absent from her life. "Mrs. Chen?" A voice called from the front door, accompanied by a gentle knock. "It's Carmen from Senior Services." Margaret straightened her cardigan, muscle memory from decades of presenting a perfect image to the world. "Coming," she called, her voice steadier than her legs as she made her way to the door. Carmen Santiago had been visiting twice a week since Margaret's fall in April, the fall that none of her children had come to help with. The social worker's warm brown eyes and gentle demeanor were a stark contrast to the clinical coldness Margaret had encountered in the hospital, where she'd lied about having family on the way. "How are you feeling today?" Carmen asked, setting down her worn leather bag and scanning the living room with practiced discretion. Margaret knew what she was looking for, signs of deterioration, either in the house or its sole occupant. "Oh, you know me," Margaret smiled, the way she'd learned to smile through parent-teacher conferences, board meetings, and her late husband's funeral. "Keeping busy." But Carmen's gaze had caught on something. The wall of family photos, specifically the empty hooks where pictures had recently hung. Margaret's daughter-in-law had taken them last month, claiming David wanted to digitize them for preservation. They hadn't been returned. "Would you like some tea?" Margaret offered, already moving toward the kitchen. Hosting was a